country in the world, and it is worth fighting for. It is worth bleeding for, and if it takes it, it's worth dying for the greatest country that this world has ever seen.
All right. What's going on, America? Welcome to the show. It is the day we have all been waiting for. It is the precursor to the Thunderdome match that will be the geriatric in chief Biden that now has got it officially passed that they will be sitting during this debate because he physically cannot stand for 90 minutes. We're going to give you our predictions of what we think and all the above. But real quick, business out of the way first, we want to remind you to hit that like button. The more you hit the like button, the more people see this. Hit that follow button and comment in the live chat. Do you think Donald Trump has a shot tonight in the debate? Or do you think that no matter what, Joe Biden will win, wink, wink, because the deck is stacked against Donald Trump? Let us know if you just comment rigged in the chat or whatever you think. Just blow that up. Let's go ahead and introduce everybody that's in the studio today. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in a long time, Noah is in the chair. Yeah, with Alyssa's music. I love it.
Alyssa's music is hard.
I know. It's really good.
It's trash.
All right. Cartel Mexican Tony's in the
gangsta,
building.
That's what up, everybody?
Cartel. Is that a new thing?
That's what they started calling me. No,
All right.
know,
of
I just roll
course,
with it.
everybody's favorite redneck, Hot Todd, is here.
What's up? Noah is in panic mode right now because you said cartel.
I'm not in panic.
And
mode.
of course, I'm your host, Graham Allen, as always. There we go. All right, let's go to a 4-shot today on this thing. All right, so tonight we want to remind you guys, ladies and gentlemen, this is Noah in all his beauty, his Fabioic jaw lines and all of the above.
Yes, Noah's making us all look bad.
Yes,
Just
he
by
is.
sitting here.
No.
We're all in T-shirts looking like rednecks. Noah looks like he's out for drinks
I've
in
got a
D.C.
funeral. I've got a funeral.
That's
In
not
a white shirt?
I told my parents I didn't play the funeral card yet, and I was like, I'm gonna play it today, and it's a good card to play.
For those of you who don't know Noah is our more behind the scenes, like pure political strategy person. He's also the one that almost died in Israel and got stuck there not too long
Yeah,
ago.
real.
Oh, that's right. I
Was
forgot
that talked about on the show?
Yeah, I talked
Yeah.
about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
And
gosh.
so Noah is our, he is our syndicate. Or no, what's the surrogate? Surrogate in a lot of places. The places I don't want to go, Noah always wants to go there, and so.
I thought you said like surrogate, like the Kardashian surrogate.
No, not like have a baby surrogate. Like,
Oh my God.
He
I'm
goes
like,
to a lot of
what?
places we don't want to go.
anyway, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're here to remind you the live stream tonight. We will start around 8:30 p.m. Eastern time for the debate. We will only be streaming on Rumble and X, so this will be unfiltered, uncensored. We refuse not to bring you the debates the way that they should be for you, the American people, to be able to see and hear and make decisions for yourself. So that is at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time tonight. We will be on Rumble and X streaming because Meta and YouTube are communists.
Yeah.
Communist pieces of garbage. And so that's what we're doing. So come hang out with us tonight. We're going to have a good time. Everyone you see right here is going to be here. Alyssa's going to be coming around. We hear that Mr. Producer may make his grand entrance
Let's go. That's huge.
tonight for the debate. And then henceforth will no longer be called Mr. Producer. He will be called by his name.
Die for
Thank
it.
God. Because I
once-
almost mess that up every day.
Yes,
Of course
yes.
you do, Todd.
Kendra may make an appearance.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be a full crew
yeah.
here
We're just
tonight.
bringing our
Yeah.
wives and
Yeah,
we're just
my
having
wife
fun.
might be on here too. You never know.
And
I don't have a
that
wife.
is a good reason we're only streaming on X and Rumble if Jessica's going to be on the show. So anyway, so make sure that you come and hang out with us tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah.
We're going to give our early predictions at the end of this show, what we think is going to happen. Of course, we'll do it again before the debate and all this other kind of stuff. And it'll be really cool. We're going to save super questions today and super chats today because I want those for tonight. While the debate's going on, if you got a question about something that's happening and stuff in real life, that's when, we'll ask for your donations to help keep the show to you guys in super chats and super questions tonight. I think that's it for the intros of business for this thing. Let's get into the show. Well, actually, first, let's get into our sponsors for today. And then we'll get into the show. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to stop giving your money to companies that do not care about you, especially cell phone companies that don't care about you, because we all know the day that AT&T went down and it might as well have been 1847. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to go to patriotmobile.com/Graham right now and give to a Christian company. Also, they have Patriot Mobile One, which is a dual tower technology to where if AT&T sucks where you're at, you can switch to the Verizon tower. If Verizon's coverage is not good, you can switch to the AT&T tower. Never be without coverage. Again, you can keep your phone, keep your number. You can change your number and get a new phone. The promo code GRAHAM, that's GRAHAM, gets you free activation. So what are you waiting for? Contribute to a Christian company right now. Go to patriotmobile.com/Graham. That's patriotmobile.com/Graham, promo code GRAHAM. Also, we know for a fact that the bird flu and all of these other things are affecting us. I told you, I believe that they're going after the food supply. That will be the next issue that we face. So you need to protect yourself and protect your family by being ready. And no better way to be ready than to go to readypantry.com/Graham. You can get a 3-day supply, a 1-week supply, a 3-month supply, a 1-year supply. Why not make sure that you and your family are protected in case they try to do it to us again? If you wait until then, it's too late. The food lasts for 25 years. They've even got canned water that has a 50-year shelf life. You need to go today to readypantry.com/Graham. Promo code Graham saves you money. That's readypantry.com/Graham. Promo code Graham. All right, let's get into the stuff here today. So Ashley Biden did a video, and we're starting to see that there's a lot of genetic stuff going on with the family here. Let's just play this at the Pride 2024 event at the White House. It's really short.
LGBTQ students deserve to be safe.
That's it. It's just this whole family can't talk.
I don't blame her. I've lost track of the alphabet too. Like it continues to go on. I can't blame her. If there's one thing you're going to stutter over, it's definitely going to be
the alphabet. People have lost track of the alphabet.
I saw somebody just call them the ABCs. Which was so funny to me.
Well, Dave Chappelle calls them the alphabet people.
The alphabet people.
The alphabet people.
You've got to be like pissed if this is happening to you. Like if you're like a gay conservative, you're like, what have these people done to my community?
They've ruined it. They've ruined it. You just need to just start over and do it again. All right, this next one is an interesting video. Okay, this is Vanilla Ice. Something I never thought that we would talk about on the show. But this person claims that Vanilla Ice is spitting facts. So this is 1 minute and 46 seconds. I want us to listen to it. And then I thought that we would just talk about it for a minute. It's an interesting perspective. So let's play what Vanilla Ice has to say. And admittedly, remember, Vanilla Ice has made a lot of appearances at Trump, events and things like that. But listen to what Vanilla Ice has to say. And in the chat, comment what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? But let's hear what Vanilla Ice has to say.
Bro, Trump, forget about the presidency. First of all, I don't vote. I don't care about politics. Never have. Never registered. Have no opinion about anything. I have fans on both sides of all that, and I would never alienate them. And I just look at it
all
like,
7 of them.
Get caught up in that mess. You go sit in your voting line. They don't pay you. They don't pay you to go form an opinion about that guy or this guy. But yet you fall victim to all of it, right? Like, turn the news channel off. Go to Florida. This is why Florida exists. We have palm trees and pina coladas while you're sitting in your voting line, watching your news channel going, I don't like Trump. I don't like Biden. I don't like what's going on in my life. You're 50-something, right? Like me?
50.
So We've lived through dozens of presidents, man. Ain't nothing ever changed. Why would you fall victim to the propaganda, to the opinion forming? They don't pay you a penny. Now let's look at the end of your life. You have a list. What did I spend all this time on?
Who did I vote
Let's
for?
calculate all of it together and put it in a circle graph, and then you'll see that the graph that you thought was an hour on TV here one night, 2 hours on TV, watching the news or the debate, or standing in a voting line, and then you'll go, how much did they pay me for any of that? Zero. How much money could I have made with all that time? A lot. How many pina coladas and beer and good times could have I been having instead of sitting in a voting line or having an opinion or a conversation just about Trump for 2 hours with my grandma or something?
Yeah.
What was this?
Watch what I do. I've become an expert at changing opinions and different things and the whole topic. I'm just like, listen, you got to understand that you're falling victim. Don't be the sheep. If everyone jumps off the freaking cliff, are you going to jump off it too? Of course you're going to.
All right. So Vanilla Ice's point there is that people that have become obsessed with politics and politicians have become the sheep themselves, because that is in fact the game. And that we are wasting our lives talking about these things. And we could be spending all the time that we spend about, politics, having all these conversations, making money, drinking beer, pina coladas, and creating memories. So, we're going to go around the room. We're going to go around the room. Comment in the chat what you think. Do you agree with Vanilla Ice, or do you not agree with Vanilla Ice? Isn't his name Rob Van Winkle or something?
Whatever.
Anyway, okay. We'll start with, I want Noah to start, actually. As the youngest one on the show currently. What do you think?
It is Robert Van Winkle.
Do you know who Vanilla Ice is?
I know who
first
Vanilla
of all?
Ice
Okay,
is.
all right.
Oh my!
And it is a self-entitled song. That's like his one hit. I absolutely detest that. I completely, wholeheartedly reject that. I think A, that's how you elect Democrats who want to destroy the country. B, maybe I agree. People should probably unplug from the media every once in a while to get a little bit of a refresher. But burying your head in the sand is the quickest way to lose the country. And we've seen that over the past 30 years. There's been multiple generations who have just put their head in the sand and just minded their own business, haven't gotten involved. Well, George Bush was a result of that. Obama was a result of that. And inactivity, laziness, just is a welcoming gate to the people who hate us and hate this country and who want to overthrow it into socialism and Islamic brotherhood that it's becoming.
Do you see why he's the smartest one on the team, ladies and gentlemen? All right, let's go Tony next. What Tony
How do I
thinks.
follow that? That's
That's why I'm going last.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, Noah. And I've said it before. One of the most important things that we can do is get out and vote. And it's not just a right; it is a responsibility of U.S. citizens. And me being a minority, I tell everybody, you are a minority, but you also, when you're a U.S. citizen, you have to get out there and vote. 100%. You have to have a voice. You have to get out there and not bury your head in the sand like Noah just said. You have to get out there and do something. Yeah. And, so, yeah, I completely disagree with what Vanilla Ice is saying. And obviously, he's the reason why he can talk about all this and he has a platform to do all this is because he lives in a free country. Yeah. And that free country was fought by our former people that died and gave their lives for this 100%. Country. So, you have to get out there and do something.
Todd?
Yeah. So I agree here. I agree here. And to the 7 people that watched that interview, all I can say is, go Ninja, go Ninja, go, go Ninja, go Ninja, go, go Ninja, go Ninja, go.
Ninja, rap, Ninja, rap. That's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, bro.
There you go.
Number 2.
He did their song.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, they break into a club and Vanilla Ice is performing and it's like, go Ninja, go Ninja, go, Ninja.
To all 10 of his fans, there
Turtle
you go.
Power.
There you go.
Turtle Power.
There you go.
People are in the chat. Turtle Power.
That's crazy.
Okay. Well, I'll say that yes, it's a very, very, a lot. lot of cocaine in Vanilla Ice's history.
A lot.
It's a very ill-informed opinion. Based around, though, I will do the sage of all this thing here. Based around he took a point that could have been a good point, and then he made it a bad one. And what I mean by that is, I do not agree that we should have our head in the sand and don't care. I do not agree that you should not vote. Actually, not. What I do agree on is that although this is vitally important, taking time to unplug, to be present with your family, no amount of money, no amount of time, things like that. Yes, I think that you should be able to take a respite and, spend time with the people that the only reason we're in this fight anyway is to protect them and their future. But if you never spend time with them, then you've lost the point in the first place. So again, maybe it was a lot of the drugs. I don't know. I don't agree with being lazy and having no opinion at all, because having no opinion at all is choosing to have an opinion. It's just choosing to have an ignorant one.
Yeah.
Ooh!
Bang.
Yeah.
Bang.
Woo! That was right off the dome.
Can I just add, after the whole Ninja Turtle thing, we actually have somebody in the chat whose username is Master Splinter. Nice. So that's awesome, for one.
Shout out Master Splinter.
That was awesome. And wasn't Vanilla Ice the dude that was in the interview and destroyed the whole set because he got mad?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah.
Well, that explains it. And also, he's living in Florida. He's reaping the benefits of people that got out to vote.
Of our hard work, dadgummit.
And voted for conservative leadership. And then the conservative leadership has helped Florida grow a ton. And now he's reaping the benefits of it. But I have a friend who is a big rhino. And last election, he's brilliant, but he's an idiot. And he chose not to vote for Trump or Biden because he was so disgusted by both of them. And I looked at him and I was like, man, too many people have died for that right to vote. And then on the other side, there are too many people in this world right now that would die just for the ability to vote. Even if their vote doesn't mean something, quote unquote. That is one of the most valuable pieces of freedom that we have in America. And to not express activism and getting out to vote is absolutely diabolical and ruining this country.
I love you, man. That's why you're on the show. All right, let's have a little bit of fun. Ladies, we are going to inform you of something. The common question is, men are from Mars, women are from Venus, all this other stuff. Well, women don't understand us as men. So I found this video of a girl reacting to another man's video because she just could not understand the logic of this, and it's called the bathroom test.
Yeah.
Okay. And just real quick, we have to talk about this because this is 100%. Before I even play it, this is probably one of the most factual videos I've ever seen in my entire life.
I got them all right.
100%.
Yeah. No, it's like I got every one of them right.
I have not seen this video.
Tony hasn't seen it yet, so let's just play the video. And ladies, pay attention, because you ever wonder what your man is thinking about? One of the things are, what are we going to do in these situations? We think about this kind of stuff. Play the video. Here we go.
Let's see how good your etiquette is. This one's a no-brainer. I'd definitely go all the way to the right. You want to space yourself as much as you can.
All the way to the end.
All the way.
Here, I'd probably go to the same thing.
Same thing to the right.
Too close to people. You definitely don't want those two in the middle, because then you're stacked between people.
Is this a thing?
This one's a no-brainer. You want to go directly in the middle. Otherwise, your shoulder is super weird. This is a lose-lose, honestly.
You got to pick a side where nobody's there.
One of the edges. I don't think.
Yeah, one of the edges.
Yep.
Ooh.
What?
I think you go middle here.
Middle.
Because if
middle.
you're going to be next to two people on your left.
Or you go to the
whereas
sink.
if you're on the middle one, you only have one person.
Yeah, that's the worst case scenario.
I don't know. Do you guys agree?
These are things
100%.
you guys have to think about when you go to the urinal.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
Listen,
daily
ladies,
dilemma for you
shut her up for a minute. Ladies, listen to me. And dudes, if you are a guy and you're thinking, I don't understand this, you are what we do not like. You are the person that we want nothing to be a part of. There is nothing worse. And oftentimes it's elderly old men. There's nothing worse than being in a urinal and there's nobody else there. And then this man in his late 50s, early 60s, most common, come right next to you, right there
Spark a
at
conversation.
the thing, and then start talking to
Yeah.
you. Like, dude, this is not where this is
Not the
supposed
time,
to be.
dude. Not the time.
No, 100%. Here's another thing. Or at least this was my generation. Noah, you may not be this way. I don't know. If we were going on like spring break or something like that, and we got a hotel room with 2 queen beds and there was 4 dudes, 2 of you are sleeping on the floor.
Yeah.
That's just the way it was.
Sorry.
Whoever paid the most money,
Is
they
getting a
get the
bed.
beds,
That's
and then the
right.
other 2 are sleeping on the floor. I ain't sleeping with you.
No.
That ain't
Yeah,
how
no
that-
pillow wall.
No,
I've seen
there's
that.
no
None of
pillow
that.
wall, no
None of
nothing,
that.
man. We are out.
Listen,
Sorry.
I was going through the comment section on this tweet, and somebody was like, "Just wait until the ladies find out about the trough."
Oh, yeah.
And then the
yeah.
girls started blowing up the comment section. They're like, "The trough? What? There's a trough?" Like, I want to know in the chat, do women know that guys sometimes specifically at like sporting
Like
events,
baseball
have to,
games and stuff. There's a
yeah,
trough.
they have to pee. We have to pee in a trough. Like we're animals. I mean, we are animals. But, I mean,
Anyway, but so it's a little bit of fun, but it's also, this is to help you ladies to understand. You ever seen those memes where the dude's like leaned over and the woman's like, I bet he's thinking about another woman. He's thinking about, what will I do if there's a 3, 2, and 1 scenario in a urinal
Right.
type thing. Like, these are the things that we think about, and so anyway.
Let me take this a little bit further too for women that don't know, because obviously you don't go to the bathroom standing up. You guys have a
Hold on now.
Yeah, that's true.
Hold
yeah.
Hey,
up.
2024, you
That's
don't
true.
know. All right, go ahead.
So ladies, I lived with 4 girls at the same time. I got 3 daughters and a wife. They went to the bathroom sitting down, obviously. When men have to go to a public bathroom and there's all these urinals, the reason why you want to stay as far away from the other men as possible is because sometimes when they go urinate, it splashes and it goes on the floor.
Oh
so the
my
last thing you want to
gosh.
do is have it on your shoes. So that's why you try to stay away
I'm
from
trying to
people.
make this a
What?
fun segment.
Well,
Tony.
well, but it's
And
true,
you're
though.
talking
Is it
about
true or not
urine
true?
on shoes.
Is
And
it true
God
or not
forbid
true?
you're wearing shorts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, true.
flip-flops.
Exactly.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
exactly.
That's another rule. Don't walk in the urinal with flip-flops. Do not do it.
Because
and why
I-
is there 47 urinals and 2 toilets
Yeah.
in a bathroom?
Yeah, I'm more of a stall guy.
Because
I'll take it one
I am
further.
telling you, at Fenway Park, there is a trough at Fenway Park, and
Yeah.
like I turn the corner, look, like 5 guys wearing like Crocs and flip flops. I went, nope.
Somebody
I'm
just
out.
said this is about to go off the rails soon. They're probably right. All
Back to
right.
pause.
Okay. All right.
Well,
okay.
obviously Punisher is back.
Okay, so all right, this next one was a viral video that has taken off, and this just shows the economy and the state that it's in. This guy goes to basically reorder a grocery delivery from, I don't know, I guess it maybe saved. Just watch the video. That's the best way to do it. Watch this. Check this out.
I feel like I'm gonna be sick. I just looked through my Walmart history, and I found this Walmart order from 2 years ago for the whole month
45
worth of groceries.
items.
45 items cost $126. A whole month of groceries just for me, basically. But I did notice this reorder all button, and I wanted to see how much it would cost now. Now? This order of 45 items for 1 month would have cost $414. That is 4 times more.
Where'd they find this
How the
guy?
Fuck. How? What?
Wow.
That's
Dude,
awesome.
That
man.
dude just created. Donald Trump needs to play that during the debate. I mean, that should be an ad. The Trump campaign needs to make that an ad immediately.
His
Do you
reaction
know-
is
do you-
so genuine.
Yeah, but
It
do you
is
know how that
awesome.
video happened? It was
Oh, yeah. Dude, I'm hungry, man. We ain't
wonder-
got no food in here,
I
bro.
wonder how much groceries cost 10 years ago, bro.
Dude, but
Hit the
that,
reorder button.
Find
Hit the
out,
reorder
man.
button.
Let's check. Reorder, bro.
no. It's like, yo, I'm
Oh my
hungry.
God, bro.
But there's no way I can order individual items.
Brother just wrecked his credit score hitting the reorder button while he was high.
Dude, they've got reorder all buttons now. Really?
Oh, really?
Whoa.
Click it and find out, bruh.
Literally, dude, where's my call?
What? $400.
God. Dude, get on TikTok right now, bruh. Get on
We
TikTok.
are off the rails.
Dude, I apologize to the people listening on audio only. because you're missing out on a lot.
Go just a Rumble.
Anyway, comment below if you experienced this. I will say that I did DoorDash the other day. And it like some of my kids had some friends over for the night, and then, one kid was by themselves. So the friends wanted pizza. So I ordered pizza for 4 kids, and it was like $23, right? Then I ordered DoorDash for the one kid, and it was $28 for the DoorDash. And like for like a Big Zack snack meal, 3 chicken tenders and some fries from.
You're getting them individual meals? A piece?
No. The one lone kid, Anna Grace, my daughter.
Oh,
she didn't have no friends over, and she didn't want the pizza. So yeah, she was by herself.
Listen,
she was by herself. Yeah, and I was like, all right,
are
fine,
an amazing person, because I'm going to Walmart and getting Lunchables for everybody.
No, man. See, I'm not. No, you're better than me, because I ain't driving to freaking Walmart for these kids. I ain't doing it.
Yeah,
all
solid
right,
point.
Anyway, all right, let's make a lot of people mad with our next sponsor. Let's go ahead and talk about gambling here.
Yes.
Let's go full screen on this one. All right, let's see. We've all been there before. A weekend trip to the casino, Noah, canceled because real life came calling. Well, MyBookie's new and improved online casino is here to change the game. Dive into a truly realistic casino experience featuring the latest in slots, progressive jackpots, and live dealer action, all from the comfort of your own home. Take advantage of weekly blackjack tournaments and a brand new collection of high-end games for a chance to win real cash rewards. Your adventure at MyBookie Casino begins with a generous sign-on bonus using the promo code GRAHAM. That's GRAHAM to secure yourself a sweet deposit bonus. All you got to do to reinvent the wheel and have fun gambling at your own home, making some money at your own house, is go to MyBookie Casino, promo code GRAHAM. That's MyBookie Casino, promo code GRAHAM.
I'm going to do it.
Do it.
That's awesome.
I think you should.
For
do
sure.
it.
I have to gamble on sports or I won't care.
Listen. The people that have a problem with gambling. Oh my gosh, Graham, you're a Christian. You're not supposed to gamble. Then throw away your diversified portfolio of the stock market and all this other crap.
Yeah.
That's
Amen.
not the same thing.
Somebody told me
You are gambling that stock is going to go up. And that is a gamble. Same thing.
Somebody told me one time they got on to me for sports betting, and I literally rarely do it. Only if I have to watch a sporting event. And I was telling them, how people rent movies? You spend $5-10 renting a movie, and you risk it not being fun or not.
Yeah.
And you're out $10, or you had a good time and it was worth your $10. That's what gambling is for, I feel like, most individuals.
Look, again, people are so funny to me. They're like, oh my gosh, gambling, while they're drinking their 12-pack, on the same time.
I will say right now, MyBookie has President Trump winning the election. You can actually go bet on it.
You can actually go bet on it, and if you think that I haven't, well, you don't watch the show enough, I guess.
It's anyway. It right there. I'm looking at it right now.
For all the married men out there, we all gamble every day when we open our mouths. We come home and say something stupid there.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of not voting, though. So we talked about the Vanilla Ice thing. This just dropped last night. Georgia, could you suck anymore? I hate, and yes, I know the Atlanta Braves are in Georgia. I got it. I hate the state of Georgia. Love you if you're from Georgia. Your state sucks, okay? It just does. It sucks. And your governor is a piece of human garbage. This is a governor admitting that he did not vote. Again, this is a governor admitting that he did not vote. Let's play the clip.
I didn't vote for anybody. I voted, but I didn't vote for anybody.
What?
The race was already over when the primary got here.
Pause. I voted, but I didn't vote for anybody. What does that even mean?
He probably wrote something in, or he left the presidential election blank, which is super gay either way.
Somebody just defended Georgia. They're like, I love Savannah. Oh, no, never mind. I read it wrong. They're like, it does suck. I love Savannah, but it's full of freaks. I know.
Me and Graham drove through there one time early on in our career, and somebody was just naked.
Yeah.
On the side of the highway.
I watched someone poop and shower themselves at a fire hydrant in downtown Savannah on River Street and nobody said anything.
One fell swoop.
Yeah, one fell swoop. The only thing he was missing was food. In, out, clean. I mean, that's all he was missing.
Like it was a regular thing that happens all the time. They would just
they just poop on the street. Go to Bourbon Street, New Orleans, sober, and just watch how different it appears in that perspective. All right, let's go back. Let's just play it one more time because this is one. He sounds so stupid when he talks to Governor Kemp. I'm sorry, but he does. Play it.
The Georgia primary. Who did you vote for?
In the Georgia primary, I didn't vote for anybody. I voted. I didn't vote for anybody.
Pause. In the Georgia primary?
No. Georgia.
What primary are you going to vote in, Brian? What are you talking about? Of course, the Georgia. What? And he goes, I didn't vote in the Georgia primary. I voted, but I didn't vote for anybody. What? What does that even mean?
Yeah,
you are an embarrassment to my accent, Slick.
I was about to say, well, he's got that southern like southern charm draw, like the annoying
Hey.
Somebody said he sounds like Todd.
No. You got Todd. Hear me out here. Southern drawl is not. Oh, somebody in the chat said that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
No, he's got like the like country club.
And the Georgia primary. No, I didn't vote.
So that's a defense mechanism that politicians are taught, is that like if somebody asks you a question, you are freaking out and you don't have an answer yet, they repeat it and ask a question. They're like, to give them time to think, and he still
bombed it.
He still messed it up.
Big old whiff on that one, buddy.
I met him recently.
Destroyed it.
I met him in the Holocaust Museum recently.
Oh, well.
So there's that. Next.
Yeah. So there's that. What a random piece of info, Noah.
Yeah. Hey, there you go, Graham. He graduated from UGA. That's all you need to know.
There you go. But he's a bulldog.
How ignorant is this guy here? Because he got elected as an official, and he's asking people to vote for him, but then he says he doesn't vote for in the primary.
If there's
that
one,
is him separating himself as far as he can from Donald Trump because he knows his state is like this far from going blue.
No, I get that, but I'm just saying that's so stupid of him to say, that he didn't vote. Obviously, I applaud his honesty, but still, that's just ignorant for him to say that. I mean, that's just, you're asking your citizens of Georgia to come vote when his election comes up, but then he says he didn't vote in the primary.
It's a great point.
Yeah, I mean, if there's one thing as a politician that even if you didn't vote, you lie that you did. Absolutely.
Exactly.
You find an I voted sticker on the ground and you put it on your like you don't not vote if you're a politician.
It's confidential. Like he could have pulled it off.
Yeah,
I respect it.
They can't find that you didn't vote. Okay. All right, we got to move on to Harry Sisson Girl Pants here.
Oh God, this guy.
And this is if you look at Ball Chinny in here, this is a Thanos level chin is what we're talking about. This looks like Thanos's illegitimate child from one of the planets he visited right before destroying it. All right, let's play what this genius has to say.
All of these Trump supporters are going to be incredibly disappointed tomorrow night when Donald Trump and Joe Biden debate because they view Donald Trump as a god and they think that Joe Biden is sleepy. But that's not reality. What is reality is that Donald Trump has not been doing any debate prep. He's not preparing at all, whereas Joe Biden has been doing debate prep for the past 7 days. And he's been having mock debates every single day and reviewing policy and all that stuff. So what's actually going to happen is that Joe Biden's going to get up on that debate stage and slap Donald Trump around for 90 minutes. And then all of these Trump supporters are going to be incredibly sad over his performance. They'll never admit this, but they know it's true.
Biden's debate prep has been IV treatments of B12 and vitamin D and all this stuff.
Somebody just said, is that Jay Leno's son?
Look at his stupid face. Just look at him. No, you missed it. You had the great freeze frame there.
Of his chin?
Right there. Look at this. Golly, man. Oh,
he's so hateable. Thank you, Mr. Producer. He's so hateable.
Dude, you could land a plane on that chin.
I would like to know how much Biden is paying this kid per
He's on
tweet.
payroll.
He's on payroll.
Oh, there's no doubt.
It's been proven. He's on payroll.
No doubt.
Anyway, so this is the Democrat stuff here, and we'll get into what we think about what's going to happen in the debates here in just a minute. But all right, let's go to the article here. The Trump campaign believes that Biden will probably be filled with Adderall at the presidential debate.
Sounds like a good time.
It sounds like a Babylon Bee thing, but it's not. It's true. Let's see here. Can we find a quote? Quote, in terms of literally on video, it happens on a daily basis, blah, 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 blah. But, he's probably going to be filled with Adderall. He was at the night of the State of the Union. When he actually, you can see his eyes, like maybe it's Adderall.
Dude, he's going to walk on the stage like this.
Yeah, I mean, dude, you give him about 3 or 4 B12 shots, pop him some Addy, and then give him a little toot of Hunter's secret sauce, and then we're ready to go on this thing. Anyway, all right, that's all we got here. All right, let's listen to the Trump campaign spokeswoman Karoline Leavitt. Oh, never mind. Oh, I forgot about this, ladies and gentlemen. CNN has come out and made a statement, an official statement about how this debate's going to go. And so I actually have to give them credit here. Full transparency for this. At least they're being honest. Play the clip.
Hello and welcome to the first 2024 presidential debate hosted by CNN. I am Jake Tapper, and somewhere around here is my colleague, Dana Bash. I'd like to set the ground rules to this debate. First off, Biden is allowed to speak whenever he wishes. We will have commercial breaks whenever Biden feels the urge so that his needs can be taken care of. This may or may not include naps, energy boosts, or a snack such as ice cream. On the other hand, Trump is not allowed to speak unless spoken to, and if he interrupts Joe speaking, we're automatically going to deduct 10 points from Trump and Door. As the hall moderator of this debate, I can call it off at any moment and declare it a complete victory for Biden. Where did Trump go? He was just here.
It's true! It's true! The hostile takeover! Donald Trump!
Hello
Donald
and
Trump. Anyway, there you go. All right.
That's great.
Yes.
All right. On a serious note, though, this is not. We'll play her in just a minute. This is not a skit. The actual explaining of how this is going to go. This debate.
So crazy.
This is real life, by the way. So let's watch this. And I know we just had a little bit of fun. What's scary about this one is this is 100% real, but it feels like an SNL skit. Play it.
If we go behind the podiums, you can see 2 green lights. When they're on, they signal to the candidate his microphone is on. When the green lights are off, they signal to the candidate his microphone is off. Now I want to give you a sense of what it will look like for viewers at home if a candidate whose microphone is off interrupts a candidate whose microphone is on. So I'm standing at one podium, and I'll ask Phil to come in and take the other podium. And so let's say I'm answering a question. My light is green, and I'm speaking. Phil's microphone is off, and his green lights are not illuminated. He's going to interrupt me as I'm speaking, and this is what it will sound like. My volume remains constant, while Phil's interruption can be difficult to understand.
Let's try the opposite. My microphone is now on.
Let's see if the
Victor's
technology
microphone
works
is
the
off,
other way.
And he's going to interrupt me. My volume remains constant, while Victor's interruption can be difficult to understand. Now, CNN's production team has shared this demonstration with the campaigns earlier today, and we're sharing it with you, our viewers, so everyone fully understands how tomorrow night will work. Now, we should note, by agreeing to participate in this debate, both campaigns and candidates have also agreed to abide by these rules. The CNN presidential debate airs live tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern.
All right. Can we go back to the very beginning when they show the lights really quick on the podium? Is this 1974? Look at those. Look at those lights.
I thought the same thing.
What question is why 2? Why do you need 2?
What does the 2 mean?
Just 1.
It's because Biden can't see.
Yeah.
He needs as much light as he can.
My question is, or my statement is, thank God for CNN coming up with this truly advanced
good job
in
guys.
Technology of muting a microphone.
One cord and plugging in the next.
But that thing is straight out of Amazon.
Dude, this is some Dr. Evil stuff over here. Some freaking sharks with laser beams on their
attached to their heads.
Yeah, so it's going to be rigged across the board. But let's hear what the Trump spokeswoman, Karoline Leavitt, has to say. This is a longer clip, but because she was cut off by CNN, we're going to give her full time here to talk a little bit. Well, we may not go 5 minutes, but I want to hear what she has to say leading up to tonight. This was this morning, literally like an hour and a half ago.
Karoline Leavitt. Karoline, what's your reaction to CNN's decision not to fact check live and the reaction to it?
Well, we are certainly hopeful that CNN will live up to their name as the most trusted name in news tonight and actually ask good, tough questions of both of the candidates that are focused on the issues that matter. We hope that these moderators who
Never
both have
gonna
a long
happen.
history of anti-Trump statements will put those aside to, again, focus on the issues that matter to the millions of people who will be tuning in tonight. We hope they will ask Joe Biden why he lied to CNN's face on the debate stage in 2020 about the existence of the Hunter Biden laptop. And we hope that they will focus on inflation and immigration, because poll after poll shows us that both of those issues are the number 1 and 2 issues in this country right now.
There's about 6 topics, I understand. You guys expect about 2 to go, something you want to talk about, from the border and immigration to foreign policy. They hope foreign policy. But the other thing would be about the January 6th and what happened in 2020. Will you accept the results of the 2024 election? How do you feel about that? Has the president worked on answers for that?
President Trump is asked that all the time. People know where he stands on both of those issues, and he will be prepared to address those tonight if they do come up. Of course, we expect them to. We certainly haven't been given the topics ahead of time. You'd have to check in with the Biden campaign if they have. But yes, President Trump is ready and prepared to address all issues that will come up tonight, and he's going to focus on his vision to make this country great again for the next 4 years.
You know, unofficially, I think this is the first time he enters a debate against Joe Biden. This will be his 3rd one now. He's actually leading in all the polls. Will that change the way he approaches this, being that there's not a poll I see that he's not in front?
President Trump absolutely is the front runner in this race. He has the money. He outraised the Democrats in the months of April and May. He has the momentum. If you look at every poll, he's winning in all the battleground states. He's leading with independents, Hispanic Americans. He's winning a huge margin of the black vote right now. And it's because he has a winning message. So you will continue to see him do what he's been doing all over this country in every corner, from Detroit to Philadelphia. He's going to talk about his vision to secure our southern border, to rebuild our economy, to rebuild our military, to get us out of these wars that Joe Biden has created. And Joe Biden, I hear, is practicing a lot of one-liners. He's going to need a lot more than that to defeat President Trump tonight. He needs to answer for his abysmal record that has destroyed our country and created more crime and chaos.
Right. So the president's preparation has been described to me as roundtable topics, things of interest, things that are likely to come up. They hear his response. It's more of a round table than it's standing up at your podium, rehearsal, make somebody play Joe Biden, and then you play Donald Trump.
Yes, that's correct. President Trump has met with policy advisors to focus on the issues, again, that voters care about across this great country. Right. Other than that, he's been continuing with his very busy schedule. He doesn't need advisors to drill talking points into his brain. He knows what he wants to say, unlike Joe Biden, who we understand has been hiding away in the woods at Camp David for the past week. And I don't think it's getting enough attention how deeply concerning that is, the fact that the leader of the free world, the president of this country, cannot debate prep and also govern at the same time. We haven't seen Joe Biden in an entire week. So we expect him to be prepared tonight. I would hope after a whole week hiding away with his advisors, he will be ready to go.
When you brought up some of the comments that the moderators made about President Trump in the past, you were cut off and dumped out of the show. You said President Trump was watching. What was his reaction of the way you were treated?
Well, he wasn't surprised because he's been treated the same way by CNN over the past 8 years. And we expect that this will probably be a 3-on-1 fight tonight. We hope that it is not. Again, CNN has a chance to prove themselves as the most trusted name in news. And we hope that tonight will be a truly fair and honest debate focused on issues that matter to Americans across this country. But of course, we know how CNN has treated President Trump over the last 8 years. They have perpetuated many lies against him. And these moderators do have a history of bias. That's just the truth. All I was trying to do on Monday was address that truth, and they didn't like that very much.
Right. All right, Karoline. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. We'll
so the biggest thing she said there at the end was it's going to be 3-on-1, which 100% is true.
No doubt.
And the biggest battle out of that is CNN has now tried to take out those of us that are trying to rally up behind Donald Trump to counteract this. And unfortunately, yesterday, the Supreme Court has seemingly betrayed Americans again. The Supreme Court ruled yesterday in a 6-3 Supreme Court ruling, and it ended a challenge to the Biden administration's work with social media companies to combat the spread of misinformation. Ooh. Expect more content control / censorship going into the election. Critical ruling in favor of the Biden administration. So basically, the Biden administration can contact social media companies and basically say, hey, we don't want this story out there. We feel like that this could lead to public discord and all the stuff. We need you to suppress this. Hunter Biden laptop. I'm pretty shocked by this, actually. The Supreme Court ruling allowing White House to press. So, I mean, this is CNN right here. The Supreme Court ruling is allowing the White House to press social media companies to remove what they deem as disinformation, which we know for a fact that disinformation is anything that makes Joe Biden look bad. Yeah. This is a huge, huge thing. If you think that the Supreme Court has betrayed Americans, comment yes or no in the chat. I'm curious what you think. I don't see any other way that you can view it any other way. This is a huge attack on the First Amendment. And the fact that they're backing up what CNN is doing, which is absolutely a atrocity against Fair Use Act. The fact that we can't stream the presidential debate on all of our channels because CNN is doing a DCMA against it. The fact that we only have now X and Rumble to do it. And yes, we're very grateful for those, but we're talking about billions of users on the other social media platforms that we aren't going to be able to use.
Yeah.
But how much you want to bet that Joe Biden's socials and Harris's socials and probably Nancy Pelosi's socials and all that, how much you want to bet they're able to rebroadcast and share the debate on their platforms?
I have a question because now that we have the political genius above me here, and this is completely, I'm taking this in a whole nother direction. I found it ironic that after this decision came out, less than 48 hours after this came out about COVID, social media, blah, 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 the WHO posted that monkeypox was found in America. And then they also said that there is an epidemic of dengue fever going on in America.
You just called me gay?
No, I said genius.
D-gay. Dengue.
Dengue. However you say it.
What'd you just call me?
Who's on first? Are you?
But am I looking too much into this?
No, I read some of the opinions from SCOTUS yesterday, and I thought that there's a few of the ones on the conservative side that voted, I guess, in favor of dismissing it or whatever. I'm lost in it, but there's a few opinions on it that were like the precedent's not strong enough. Like it's not enough to prove that this is unconstitutional. A lot of legal scholars say the other way around. I think you really can't go back and forth on it. The issue is that now it's going to embolden.
But the only way that you get precedent is to set precedent.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like the evil has to be the legal.
You can't say, well, there's not enough precedent to make this. Well, yeah, because it's a new thing. This is a new thing that people are doing with social media censorship.
Yeah. So
you can't set precedent unless you set precedent.
So what happened? It appeared that the case was based off of something in the 2020 a specific instance of the 2020 election that they could not rule on that it would happen in 2024 election. And so it's like a weird, I don't know. I think.
Well, I'm just thinking in my mind, I see this and then I see monkeypox from WHO. I see dengue fever all over. I'm like, oh, here we go. Now, as soon as 100%. We start calling it out, social media is going to kill it because the government's going to tell them to kill it. And then we have election interference all over again.
Well, one of my channels got hit last night. got fact checked immediately after. So it will 100% embolden them to do whatever they want, and they can just be Biden's puppet, and so help us if another Hunter Biden laptop story comes out again. I mean, they're gonna ask for forgiveness at best afterwards, which they're not gonna ask for forgiveness.
I see what you're saying, Todd. I didn't think of it that way, but yeah, you have a good point. It's the WHO drops that, and all of a sudden the SCOTUS comes out and they like, yep, you can't say anything anymore.
I'm
and
just saying.
the Biden administration is going to control everything. So that is a good point.
The biggest asset that we have in this election cycle that we didn't have in the last one is X. We have Twitter. I don't think they can contain any even if they completely silence Facebook and Instagram and all the other channels. We have Twitter and the Pandora's box has been open.
We have Rumble as well, but to Noah's point, I mean, X is still exponentially bigger than Rumble. And so having X and Elon basically saying, no, screw those guys, like this is the presidential debate. I think that this is a major time for you guys that are watching on other platforms to go support Rumble and to go support X right now. Subscribe to the Rumble channel, subscribe to the X channel. Like this is a major reason why, because it's only going to get worse the closer we get to the election. It's only going to get worse. Anyway, all right, let's hear what Vivek has to say. Vivek has to say, and MTG have some things to say about this. I think it's a video. I'm pretty positive it's a video, Mr. Producer. Oh, is it not? Oh, okay. Never mind.
Holy crap.
A different thing than I thought here. All right. Very disappointed in the Supreme Court's ruling in Murphy versus Missouri, which effectively says the government can delegate its unconstitutional dirty work to private companies with impunity. This flies in the face of precedent. So there you go. The court previously held that the government may not induce, encourage, or promote private persons to accomplish what is constitutionally forbidden to accomplish. Norwood versus Harrison, 1973. If it's state action in disguise, the Constitution applies, period. Section 230 not only permits tech companies to censor constitutionally protected speech, but expressly immunizes them from liability if they do so. SCOTUS had previously held that providing that immunity can turn private action into state action. See Railway Employees Department versus Hansen, 1956, and Skinner versus Railway Labor Executives Association, 1989. Further, government actors have repeatedly threatened social media giants with increased regulation and antitrust action if they fail to shut down disfavored speech. There it is, disfavored speech. Not really false information, just speech that they don't like. The Supreme Court held in Bantam Books versus Sullivan, 1963, that the government can't use threats to goad private actors to censor speech. In April 2022, then Press Secretary Jen Psaki told reporters that administration officials engage regularly with social media to fight disinformation. Then she immediately floated the possibility of antitrust reforms. The message was clear: censor problematic post or we'll break up your company. Alito got it right in his dissent. Government collusion with social media is blatantly unconstitutional, and the country may come to regret the court's failure to say so. Sadly, I believe we will indeed. I'm telling you, you guys need to go follow this channel, follow me, follow Todd, everybody on Rumble and Twitter, or X, excuse me, because I agree. I think that it is not by coincidence that this has happened right now. It is not by coincidence that they just finally decided to make a decision right before the freaking debate.
Yeah.
That is not, I don't believe in coincidences. That is not there. Let's get into Marjorie's warning for Donald Trump, and then I want to give our predictions of what we think is going to happen tonight. And then that's going to be it for this show here. We're not going to play all of it, but the first part is pretty good. Here we go.
I'm shocked. I feel like our First Amendment has been hit hard. You know, this is a war on our free speech. It's a war on our First Amendment rights. And this was a heavy blow. This was basically one that may sink the ship. When you've got the Supreme Court weighing in that social media companies can censor Americans' free speech, that it's completely fine with the government to join in.
I got all the arguments. I agree with you 100%. And this audience agrees with you 100%. I got all that. This was not it was 6-3.
6-3 is bad.
Talk to me about the court.
Well,
I mean, you had the usual suspects in the three.
Of course,
pretty shocking. Who joined the liberal minority here? Is it not?
I think so. Here's my concern: millions of Americans died because of COVID-19, and children are still behind in school. Suicide rates increased. Millions of small businesses went out of business. The American dream completely died. It got slaughtered. People were told that they could not take ivermectin, that it was dangerous. Natural immunity all of a sudden became dangerous, and people were murdered on ventilators in the hospital. And our Supreme Court just sided with censorship of people's ideas.
With the sociopathic tech overlords, right?
Absolutely.
They took their side. Why do you think they took their side?
You know what, Steve? I can't process it because to me, it's this was a debilitating blow in our war, and I think it's bad.
You're seeing this up close because you're on the subcommittee going through COVID. You've seen everything that happened.
Steve,
you're Fauci. Every time he hears MTG's name, he quakes. So you're at the tip of the spear on this, correct?
Look, I'm on the COVID Select Committee, which I'm extremely frustrated on. Extremely frustrated. This is a pro-vaccine, pro-big pharma, heavily.
Hang on, it's controlled by Republicans.
Yeah, that's the problem, Steve. I'm sorry. I am very cynical these days on the Republican Party.
But talk to me about the subcommittee. You don't, but this, your cynical nature of how they're acting. They just got back up by the Supreme Court, did they not?
Hang on, pause it. This is the wrong one, Mr. Producer. I just sent it in the chat. The clip that I actually wanted. This is talking about the Supreme Court's ruling. I don't want this one. I want the one of her talking about Donald Trump walking into a trap. I just sent it in the chat. Let's get that pulled up. Yeah, it's in the same interview, but that's not the one that
I'm looking at.
Here we go. All right, let's play this one. This is what I was talking about. Her warning to Donald Trump.
President Trump's closest advisors. Are you comfortable?
I spoke to President Trump just a little over an hour ago. Absolutely love him. I love him. I have so much faith in him. I have complete faith that he is going to hit a home run, but he is walking in to a trap. He is walking into a rigged debate. He is walking into an arena filled with people that want to murder him. He's going to stand 10 feet away from Joe Biden, who wants to put him in prison the rest of his life, wants him to die and rot in prison, and Joe Biden wants to put the rest of his family in prison. That's who he has to stand next to when he has to debate. He's got to be questioned by Jake Tapper that called him a terrorist, called him a Nazi, called him every name in the book. And then Dana Bash, that little piece of shit whose husband is one of the 51 spies who lied. That is what President Trump is walking into. And it disgusts me. It infuriates me. I can't believe our country has come to this. Our politics are horrific. This is why a lot of people like me don't even want to vote anymore. They don't even want to vote for Republicans. They're fed up with the entire system. They think the two parties suck. People ages 18 to 29 are like, why do I even want to vote? All these old people and all these horrible people in politics don't represent me. The entire thing is a complete debacle. It's an embarrassment, and we're going to have to watch it happen tomorrow night. But I have full faith in President Trump, Steve. Full faith in him. He's going to do his absolute best, and I really hope America sees it. But are they going to be fair? No, they're not going to be fair. And Joe Biden will lie and lie. He will lie and lie.
All right. So, and I think that's a home run hit for Marjorie, and I think that leads us into the end of the show where we're going to give our pre-debate predictions of what we think is going to happen. I think what we should do is say what we want to happen and what we think will happen. But before we do that, this is where we remind everybody to hit that like button. The more you hit the like button, the more people see it. Hit that follow button, and we remind you that tonight, starting at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, right here, you guys can join us for the pre-debate and the debate. And we're going to have a good time doing it. A lot of people are going to be walking around the studios here, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure that you're here at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time tonight, because this is the one we've all been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen, and it may very well be the only one we get. But now it's time for us to talk about what we think is going to happen, and let's go to the first shot. Noah, you're the guest in here today. What do you think? Go for it.
I feel like we're on like the game day pick'ems. Like,
we are. We are.
I think what I want to have happen is probably Trump be very leader-like, and then Biden fall apart and CNN's bias be exposed. I'm really confident in the Trump campaign right now, because our biggest weakness in 2020 was we were arrogant because things were going so well with Trump in charge. And now it's like we're prepared. We're going into this debate thinking we're going to lose unless Donald Trump nails it. And I was talking about this with someone recently. I don't think people understand the gravity of the situation. Like, it is the White House or jail for Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And so he has to win, or they're going to lock him up for the rest of his life, and he's going to die in prison. So I think that's happening. And what Donald Trump does best is he works really well under pressure. And I think he's going to get up on the debate stage tonight. And if he can contain himself when there's obvious prods to get him to react, there are going to be traps for that. I think they're going to be big, biased, blatant traps. But I think CNN is also going to prod and poke him to try to get him to react. I think Biden will do a lot better than people think he is. That's what gives me faith in the Trump campaign. I think they've prepared Trump to know that Biden's going to do probably decent, because he's been 7 days in Camp David. He's been sleeping all he wants. He's probably got really good folks, really big PR reps around him. They're pumping everything they can into this. And Trump, all he needs to do is be himself. And I think if everybody's biases show, it's only going to rally Trump's base and the American people more behind him.
Tony, what do you think?
I think what will happen is he's going to go in there and be Trump leader, Trump president. Hopefully he can say the right things and just be the presidential personality that he has. I think that's going to happen because he's leading in all the battleground states, and he doesn't really have to say much. He can just go in there and be presidential. What I want to happen, the old thug in me, is for him to go in there and go just boss and make everybody in the world just tremble in their boots to see him go in there and destroy Biden, and just, have everybody say, uh-oh, if this guy gets back in, we're in trouble. Yeah. So, but that's just, that's me.
Todd, what you got?
Okay, what I want to see happen is I want to, if I had my choice, I want to see Trump walking out in a T-shirt that says inmate 2791112. That's what I want to see.
That'd be awesome.
But no, I want to see Trump quiet. I want to see him reserved, and I want to see Biden fumble over himself so much that CNN has to cradle him like a little infant for the whole world to see. And then the debate's over. Then the argument's over. What's going to happen? One of two things. Either at about, we go live at 8:30. Either at about 7:30, 8 o'clock, Rumble's going to get hit by an attack. X is going to get hit by an attack. And the only way you can watch it is CNN. There will be no commentary, no fact-checking on it. And then I really believe that's going to happen. Or two, the entire debate is going to be softball, underhanded questions to Biden, like, hey, Mr. President, what is this a picture of? That's a deer. Good job, Mr. President. Mr. Trump, so we all know that you're responsible for J6 and you're a terrorist and blah, 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 blah. What do you have to say to defend yourself?
Yeah.
That's all the time we have, ladies and gentlemen. Good night.
I agree.
Yep.
I don't disagree. I think, and I know that Miss Susie and Taylor and James, I know that you guys watch the show, and you guys are going to do whatever you want. I really, really think because I agree with Noah. I think that if it is truly a back and forth, I think Biden will do better than people think, because that's what the Dems are hoping happens. They're hoping that Donald Trump is Donald Trump and he's going to talk for 80% of this thing. My hope is that they will do the exact opposite, because as good as President Biden might do with this much time to prepare and all this other stuff, if he is allowed to speak for 80% of this thing, there is zero chance that Biden does not mentally break going that long. He can't. He cannot do it.
Facts.
And I think that Donald Trump needs to go in there as the favored candidate. I think he needs to go in there regal, almost presidential, regal, however you want to call it. And I think he needs to choose when to talk very, very carefully. Only speak when spoken to, very direct answers. This is not the Donald Trump of 2015, 2016, where he needs to just punch everybody in the mouth. Everybody already knows that. What I think would shock the world is to see President Trump go in there knowing what's at stake, not only for our country, but for himself, as Noah put it. You guys ever seen that, that UFC fight movie with Tom Hardy? And, what's that called? Warrior. There's a moment in that movie where the other brother he's losing the fight. And they go to like the round and his person is telling him, hey, you're losing this fight. It's either knock him out or lose your home. Like it's either knock him out or you and your family are out on the street. And that dude pops up out of the corner with a look like you've never seen, because he knows I have no choice but to go knock this guy out somehow, some way. I feel like that's been Donald Trump for a while now. I feel like tonight is that time to show the world that you are the man that has been beat down into this corner and you have risen back up. You don't have to say a lot. That silent confidence of you are over it kind of thing is all that needs to happen. And President Biden, if allowed enough leash, is going to hang himself. He will. He will break down. He will falter. My prayer is that is how the Trump campaign does this. Speak when spoken to, direct responses, direct this. No BS, no nothing. Boom, straight to the point. We're here to win. The end. Like be done with your thing before your time dinger goes off.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, said what I said. Oh, well, you still got 30 seconds. I'm good. I got it.
Give it to him. Yeah, give it to Biden.
Yeah, let him have some extra time. You know what I mean? Like, he needs it.
Yeah,
kind of thing. I think that's what needs to happen, because the idea is that Biden is feeble, fragile, can't do it. I think Trump needs to, again, Biden needs to talk for 80% of this thing. That's truly what I believe. Is that's what I think needs to happen.
Yep.
Will it happen?
No.
We'll see.
You have to come tonight.
We will find out tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, and we want you guys to come watch it with us and hang out with us. We're so excited for tonight. This is a big deal for all of us, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this is this also could be the night that the plug gets pulled on Biden. I mean, there's a lot of speculation about that as well.
If he just died on
I don't mean that literally. I meant like that where they abandon him and they go to somebody else.
I know, but could you imagine if he's
Noah?
Mr. Producer.
If he's on Adderall and his heart's going and it boom, boom, and then he's just boom, dead.
Anyway, we hope you guys come here and hang out with us tonight. We will see you guys tonight.
Yeah.
Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to hit that follow button. Since we are seeing you guys tonight, we're just going to pray this thing out and end this quickly, because we're going to see you guys here again tonight. So let's pray real quick. Dear Lord, we pray right now that tonight is a very big night for America, and we know this. We know there's a lot of uncertainty. We know there's a lot of people that are on the edge of their seat, worried and about the future of this country. But we know that through you, we do not need to worry. We know that you have this in your hand, and we know that you know exactly what's going to happen. And we know that you work all things for your good. But Lord, on a more serious note, there's people probably watching today that are dealing with very serious things: depression, anxiety, marital issues, fear, just brokenness in their life. And you are the answer to that as well. So for those people who have never accepted you, Lord, maybe it's time. For those people who have accepted you and maybe they need a refresh with you, we pray this prayer. Lord, we ask you to forgive us of our sins, both known and unknown. We ask you to make our heart new today. From this day forward, we are a new creation. Lord, we ask you not only to just be the Savior, but be the Lord of our life. Every step we take from this point on is in the footsteps that you have made for us in the directions that we should go. We thank you for your mercy. We thank you for your grace, and we thank you for your love and sending your son Jesus to die on the cross for us. From this moment, we are new. From this moment, we are made new by you, for you, through you. Lord, we thank you for your love, and we thank you for your grace. And all God's people said, amen.
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 All right, that's all we got. We'll see you guys tonight, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. I'm Graham Allen. Stay awake, not woke. Trust in God, not the government. And as always, stay free.